Hello, everyone. I'm down on the island route down by Chatham Run. I'm going to be going over Chatham Run real quick here. I did film this area once. I think I just took a picture of it. But I found something everybody would like to know about, so I figured to film a little bit more. And I'll put the article on below this. Yeah, this area right here where you've told me about said something to do with a bridge or something going across, but that's not what I'm filming. I just wanted to start here at Chatham Run. Back in the first, here's what I'm gonna say. The first person who settled in Clinton County area, back when it was Berks, Lycoming, and Northumberland counties, is in this area back in 1760, and the house is still up. People are still living in it. This is the film the people who live in there. Mo, because I was here the one day. Well, I even got pulled over right here in this spot. Just so you know about that, but I'll get back to you. All right. This is the Ferguson Chatham house. It once was a log cabin at one time, and the person who built onto it, had 9 children. So I think it was 6 girls and 3 boys. He needed a bigger house, and when he built this house a lot bigger, so and he had a lot of property, so he had a lot an area to raise his kids. But back then it didn't have the lawnmowers we have nowadays. You can see some of the old stones and stuff he put in that might have been put in later. Here on Harley Drive and Island Road. I just show you this. Here in 2000, I think it was 16. This area right here was flooded. Well, that land over there is for sale. But where I'm standing, back the fairplay man and the fairplay would sign that document, which didn't make it to Philadelphia on time. Had meetings in this house. But at that time, I read in another article, this area was called Pattersonville, right at the mouth of the Chatham Run. Just got a little extra history. This area right here above the Chatham-Ferguson house has the canal going through over that way, and right through here. It was a stop on the canal route, and this rock right here, right there beside this garage, is where they hooked up at. All right, I have something new here too. I talked to the owner of the property. He said this area right here above his land, above the Ferguson house, is where the village was. There used to be a church and a couple other things. It was burnt down during the Great Runaway, the Indian Runaway, back in the 1780s or somewhere around there. Back when people were fearing the Indians attacking. So, a little interesting history. This is right near Harley Drive. This town was called Pattersonville, the one above here. That's where it's in the one article I just put up on that one there. So on one book, and in the one book I read. I think Patterson was one of the ones about fairplay man. I'm not sure who Patterson it was back then. I don't know any history about who he was. Here's the Chatham Run feed mill, which is probably the second oldest building in Clinton County, because Ferguson built this and wanted to keep himself busy and away from his children a couple times. I'll put the article up, and gonna get the back view of the Chatham-Ferguson's house. I have one thing I didn't tell you. What Lou Bernard didn't have on here, on the article. He said Ferguson owned the place. First, I was told Chatham was the first one that owned it. So this is by the owner of the property. He has the documents to go to it. So Chatham was the first one that owned this property right here at the mouth of Chatham Run. And Pattersonville is an old ghost town. As I said, I ran into the owner and I got told a lot of stuff. And he also told me where the canal used to run. And that brick wall over on Chatham Run is part of the canal system. And I think they might even had a bridge going across. There was plenty of floods in this area, and this place has been flooded several times in the past. I mean, it's been built before the Great Pumpkin Flood, so the first one. So the people who came in this area didn't have concrete road. It probably was not even dirt road, and it probably was just a house on the river. Oh yeah, the house that property right next to it's up for sale. I don't know why it's up for sale, but it is. I don't really know much more at this time, but I get a lot in this just by talking to the owner here. It looks like it used to be a shed right here, or maybe a pavilion or a pagoda or whatever that thing. I can't remember this time, but a place, probably a picnic table and stuff. A lot of this area, you can see back in there. You can see the where they used to have the mules go across the top to carry the boats through the canal. You can see right along the side, and up there they have it fenced off up there. I don't know how old that fence is, but that's where that one area where the bridge was. This used to be a one-lane bridge right here going across. They redone that several years ago, and now it's a two-lane. It has a little bit of history. That was a good history. But Chatham Run here, they have good fishing in it. It goes clear up through Woolrich up to the reservoir. People come in here to fish, and some of them can just come in here to swim. Creek's a little up right now. I wanted to leave you know about the oldest house in Clinton County, which isn't the one up there on top of the hill. It's like I found out that's like maybe the third or fourth oldest. This one's the oldest. 1798 when the one up there by the new high school, but this was 1760. But in between there was several different houses which was burnt down during, as I said, a lot of places were burnt down towards the Great Runaway, and everything got and that house there was saved because it was brick and might have got slightly gutted at that time, but they saved it. So I just wanted to film and show you what it looks like. Right there is the wall where they brought the canal boats through. On the other side, they dropped them off, and I guess use this part of Chatham Run sometimes go back down into the stream, but they had it blocked off, so you can do that. But I don't know where that would be. But back down into the river, I meant down this west branch. But you can see on the other side, there's a wall there too, right over there. So, and I think the canal boat went clear through the area down below the bridge, the Great Island bridges, clear up to the Great Island probably. I mean, you can see going through there that where the fields are, there's a little dip going through, so the whole way. And you can see it on the other side where the canal system first hooked up at, down this way. Well, I just wanted to tell you about this, and I got a lot more history than I expected. I thought I was going to get a slight history of what I read from Lou Bernard, and I filmed, as I said, I filmed Chatham Run. I'm leaning on the bridge because I'm out of breath right now, but I filmed Chatham, Mr. Chatham over there in mcelhattan, and I wasn't expecting to find more of this history today. All right, well, I'm going to sign off, and you guys hopefully appreciate what I'm doing, even though I'm not in really good health. I keep getting different diagnoses, and I just try my best to do stuff. The best thing I was told, the doctor told me to walk, so, all right, but I just want to leave you all know that I'm just trying my best at this, even though I might make mistakes. But the mistakes, you guys usually help me out on them, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate everything you guys do to help me out. So I just wanted to give you the last a little bit of point of view, and I'm gonna put the article, the Lou Bernard article, on there, which he don't have everything. He looked into a lot of it, and I can't say he's completely correct, but hey, history's history. You really don't know the facts until you get the true history from the owners. Even if you look it up at the courthouse, unless you have the title or the first thing of the house and telling you the people who lived there's history, or the other place's history, you don't really know. So I'm not saying he's wrong, I'm not saying he's right, I'm just saying you have to, for history, you have to keep looking it up to get it correct. And the more you look up, the more it gets interested. So I'm going to leave you guys go. You guys have a good day.